Connor O'Connor, my boy, season 20 has arrived on Australian soils.
Oh, good times to you.
The new Blu-ray. It came whilst we were recording on Monday during the day.
As I went to leave, it was at the door.
Postman threw it at Connor.
Do you think he opened the door and put it in?
The postman?
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe my dad.
No one's home, so it's like, okay, I'll just open the door and leave it there.
Yeah, I'll just put it on Aiden's bed.
Yeah.
Might have a sleep as well.
Yeah, it's like who would order this? Goes into all the different rooms, sees all the Doctor Who stuff. Like, it must be him.
Imagine if that's how postman/woman worked. They they had to come into you had to like put the specific room in your house, and they have to deliver it to the room.
Yeah,
that's the future. Amazon should start doing that.
That's Australian Post for you folks. Everyone's favourite business.
We love Aussie Post, but yeah, season 20 it looks great. The cover looks fantastic. I got to say though, we didn't really think this shit through when we started buying these lovely Blu-rays, did we?
What? Because they're chunky boys.
They're chunky boys. So my shelf's my whole house I feel like is about to split in half from the weight of these. It's like having a bloody couple of Ice Warriors cake on your shelves. You know what I'm saying?
If you had something like, I think there's some frame. Those two shelves back there, which you can kind of put together, you could easily just like keep adding it along.
Yeah, but look, here's the other thing.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want your opinion, Connor. I just want to rant and rave.
Jeez.
No, I do love these sets. I'm not complaining. Well, I am, but I'm. You know what I mean? A lot of grey.
No.
You know? So when you put them all... now we have, 13, 14 of these? You put them side by side and you just sort of sit back and you go, oh, that's...
ugly.
That's a lot of grey.
Yeah.
That's a lot of grey.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some absolute frothy nerds out there, filthy, watching them, looking at them, and they're like, oh, yes, they're all in line, they're all in sync. But I'm just saying, like, they are a lot of the same now.
Well, maybe if you kept the sleeve...
No, the sleeves is more of the same.
It would look a bit different.
The sleeves is more of the same, Connor.
Did you throw it away?
No, I posted a TikTok today, so get on the Out 50
that was great.
Out 50 Doctor Who on TikTok where I unboxed it. I was queuing up for a gag at the end where I lit the...
On fire?
Where I was going to lit the package, what's it called? The sleeve.
The sleeve,
on fire as like a funny gag at the end, but I forgot to do that.
Couldn't find any matches.
Okay, no, I've got plenty of matches, mate. Well, no, I got a lighter in my drawer for those midnight
those
midnight durries.
The midnight bongs and durries.
When I wake up and I'm like, oh, I've got to do the podcast tomorrow, and I just throw some durries in.
Wow, that sounds great.
What's your question?
It's not a question. It's more of a statement.
Okay.
I think.
State me.
I don't know. I didn't see you upload this to TikTok, but I watched your
the YouTube short.
No, I did watch that.
Right.
But I saw you did like the ratings of the box set.
Oh, where I ranked the covers. Did you like that?
I loved it. When did you do that?
I think it was about a month or so ago. It did pretty well as well, actually. So
I didn't see that.
Pretty late to the party, mate.
I had someone commented, man busted a nut over a case.
And I did.
And I was like, wow.
Why do you think they're so great?
Yeah, true.
And the discs are stuck together.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I feel like kind of like a bit of a cheater though, because we're I'm sat here and I want to kick on. I want to get into some Davison with season 20, but I've got enough bloody Classic Who to watch for this podcast, so I can't even get started on it. I had to watch 6 parts of the fucking Sea Devils today, mate.
Well, isn't 5 Doctors on that?
Yeah, it is, and that's the even more annoying thing. It's the last story in the set, because it's technically not season 20. It's technically between season 20 and 21.
Right.
But
so you don't want to skip forward.
Well, I will now. I will, because I don't have a choice. There's no way I'm going to watch all of season 20 in the next 2 weeks. But,
how many episodes is that?
Well, like maybe 25, 24 or something like that.
Far out.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that, funnily enough. But I do... So, yeah, I'll skip ahead for it. But I'm like, I'd love to just get started watching it. But I've had to watch bloody Ice Warriors 6 parts last week, and then Sea Devils this week.
Yeah, another 6-parter.
And then we've got a 4-parter next week, so maybe I can get started on a little bit of Davo.
So what's the one next week?
Next week
Genesis
is
of the Daleks?
No, the Robots of Death. If we did Genesis of the Daleks, that would be a 6-parter, and that is a no-no.
Maybe I'm getting used to the 6 parts.
No, don't.
Nah, no one ever gets used to the 6 parts.
You actually can't. It's actually trauma-inducing.
Nah, that's actually... That gets me harder than Portland cement, hearing that it's 4 parts.
It does. And I watched part 1 today, and I thought, ooh,
so
I'm harder than Portland's cement. Yeah, iRobot.
Next week we do iRobot?
Yes.
Okay.
iRobot. Not to be confused with Robot, which is Tom Baker's story 2 seasons earlier. So, the Robots of Death. That's what you want.
That's the one with like the metal robots.
The giant robot. Well, I mean, I think most robots are metal. But...
I'm going to kill you. I will kill you.
That's a good Cyberman impression, I think.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean by metal robots, Cyberman?
Yeah, it was a bit of a... I will kill you.
If you want more of this garbage, make sure you do subscribe. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting pretty damn close. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor. Like I said, over on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. Support us over on the Ko-fi. Connor, have I missed anything?
Nah, I was waiting for you to get the intro, so that's why I grabbed my bar.
Oh, you're pre-partying for the intro. All right, during the intro, I'm going to get my Guinness. That's over on the side there.
All right. Good time a bit for that.
50% podcast.
All right.
Okay.
Aiden's a new man. He's done with his film. He's refreshed. You do seem a bit more. You seem to have a certain glee.
I've got a lot of energy, man. I've got no background thoughts. Yeah, I've got an edit to do and all that kind of thing, but I've got, like I said in the car, it's like...
What's an edit? Just
throw it all... Don't they have AI for that these days?
All the raw footage in. Don't even change it from being log.
No, don't.
Remember when you asked me if I knew what log was, and I was like, "Who do you take me for?"
Well, you're not like you're not that savvy though with that kind of thing. It's not a crime for me to say that. Have you ever filmed anything on log, mate?
Yeah.
What?
Fucking. Nah, that's me. I can't say that. That would have been me.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I have actually though. You fucking sarcastic twat.
Okay. Well, I stand corrected, and I apologize for assuming. God forbid I just try and clarify something I'm saying.
Do you know what log is? Yeah.
You wouldn't know what log is, would you?
Yeah. Have you seen Heart Sun? Sun Heart?
What?
After Sun.
After Sun.
Have you seen that? You probably haven't seen it.
You probably not seen After Sun, little indie film. That's what people are going to say about my film after this.
Yeah, you probably haven't seen it. It's from a small production company called A24. You probably haven't heard of them. Mm-hmm. That's my impression of Aiden.
That's me, yeah.
Sorry, am I being mean?
No, don't worry. I'm usually like, I don't know if you've heard of Jurassic Park, this Universal Studios, quite a small thing.
Yeah, they've been a fan of Jurassic
indie
Park.
film. Well, that's just stupid opinions.
As Dylan would say, that's a pooey opinion.
Coming up on today's show,
we have a run sheet.
We do have, which is another good thing about me being off of the film crew, is I can actually do prep for this bloody podcast.
Finally, another one for my collection.
Yay! So yeah, we got a little bit of news to get into of a returning spin-off. I'm going to break down Doctor Who Redacted.
Spin-off?
Shut up, twat. I'm going to break down Doctor Who Redacted Season 2, do a little bit of a spoiler-free review for those wondering, because I know a lot of people aren't really keen on watching it, which is fair enough, and maybe that's for the best. We're also going to do our review of The Sea Devils, and over in the other 50, we're going to talk about some other shows we've been watching, mainly Sex Education, because it's Shooty Gatwa, and...
Which you haven't finished.
Which I've got a couple episodes left.
Yeah, I got one episode left.
And
This is great. It was a shit season. I haven't finished it yet.
Well, I'm going to talk about Kura's Folk as well, because I finally watched that. That's sort of... Russell T Davies' first... Well, Bob and Rose was, I think, his first massive hit. And then...
Cucumber was, baby.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think Bob and Rose was bigger. I could be wrong. Dylan will sneak into my DMs and tell me.
I was literally about to say that.
Yeah. But then, yeah, obviously Queer and Folk was even... Queer as Folk was even bigger than all of that. So, yeah, I finished season 1 of that, which is cool. It's weird because it's 2 seasons, but season 2 is just 2 45-minute episodes. So I would just refer to them as like the specials, right? But it's referred everywhere as season 2 that I've seen. I've tried to like find out what the go was with it, but even in Russell's book, he said Queer as Folk 2. So
yeah, I recall the UK office, the Christmas specials was referred to as season 3, and it used to really annoy me.
Well, how many episodes is that?
2.
Weird.
Yeah, so they did season 1, season 2, and then the 2 Christmas specials, and they referred to it as season 3, and I was like,
you bloody Brits.
Excuse me?
Is it that hard to just bloody say the specials, mate? David learned the right way around.
Would you be opposed to, on Disney Plus, them having like season 4, the special, season 5, and then with the 60th specials, would you be opposed to having like season 13, the specials, and then 14?
I think that's great. I think that's the great way
that'd be really cool.
Just like write the 60th specials. Write that day. You don't have to write the specials. Like,
do you remember when your friend Josh said, wow, season 4 is massive? And you're like, well, there's 5 episodes added on to...
Yeah, they saw like 19 episodes.
And
like,
why is it so big? It's like, well, technically...
They're like, wow, that mid-season finale was crazy. We stole it out.
That's what I mean, like, with peace and love to regular men.
The women are okay, though.
Yeah, and women.
Yep.
They would be like, what the hell's this?
Well, Connor, we had a massive trailer last week, but oh baby, the news does not stop there.
Oh no.
David Tennant and Catherine Tate are to return to Doctor Who.
The actor Shooty Gatwa has been announced.
And I hope the planet turns round and shits on you.
Thank you, Ek. Thank you.
Roaming reporter Christopher Eccleston has hit us up with some brand new news.
We were right, Aiden.
Doctor Who Unleashed. I don't think we were right. I think the general Doctor Who Twitter and the leak sphere was right.
Nah, we were the ones who were right.
Eccleston reported it to us first.
Yeah, who else would know other than him? She should have hosted it. Imagine how shitty he'd be. Things seem to have changed around here. Why have I heard that name, Doctor Who Unleashed, before?
Because that was like the leak name. Like that was what everyone said it was called. So it's been around for a while.
Right, I kept thinking, I'm like, I've heard that before, but it was called Doctor Who Confidential, and I was like, was it Tortured Unleashed? It was like, no, that was Tortured Declassified or something.
Yeah.
So
gotta say,
cool.
Everyone over on Twitter, they're all sort of sat there going, "Oh, look at me, I'm a typologist. I know logos. This logo's shit." And for a while, I was in that mode where I was like, "You guys, who the fuck do you think you are? Can we just not complain about something?" And then I sort of sat there and looked at the logo for like 10 seconds and was like, "Yeah, you're probably right to complain. This is a bit of a weird one."
I didn't even notice it.
It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just weird. It looks like like Battles in Time, like those cards and things that would go on the shelves and all that. How it's like the main logo and then they just kind of like tap something onto the bottom of it. That's what this kind of looks like. It looks like a merchandising thing rather than a TV show for me.
I suppose like if they didn't do this, people would complain. Now they have. They're like, oh well, let's complain about the titles and all that kind of thing.
We should probably actually say, in case anyone listening doesn't know, Doctor Who Unleashed is the brand new spin-off show.
Excuse you.
Which is basically a behind-the-scenes show of Doctor Who. So for 30 minutes after every single episode of the 60th and season 14, or series 14, it's got a lovely host called someone whose name I will rapidly get up on my phone in rapid time.
Wait, you're saying they're 30-minute episodes?
They're 30-minute episodes.
Each?
They're going to be on BBC Three the moment the episodes finish airing.
And Disney Plus for the rest of us.
Well, they've not said that. And I just mean, for Christ's sake, just get your shit together.
Well, if they do that, just...
Stefan or Stephen Powell is the host, who looks like a handsome young chap. Looking in there, looks very happy.
Can I see the title?
Yeah, I'll sort of zoom in
I
there.
see.
It's like, it just looks
like a podcast logo.
Exactly, like it just looks a little fan made, right? It doesn't look overly professional, but it's cool. I think it's awesome that they're doing that.
So it said he did the behind the sofas.
No, it says get ready for from behind the sofa to behind the scenes. So
I thought it was.
You're going from behind the sofa watching your episode to then going
somehow.
Behind the scenes.
I highly doubt that.
We'll see, mate. You just wait till Neil Patrick Harris does some scary ass shit. Yeah, that laugh.
Okay, I'm keen. If you're not going to give it to us in Australia, just upload it to YouTube, man.
Yeah, I know.
Just upload it to YouTube.
There's got to be. If it doesn't get... That's the thing. It's like they've been sat on this for like a year and a half. Yeah. How do they not have... If they don't have a licensing deal done, then I'm like, what is going on? Like, what? Why is there just got to be such like an ambiguity of information?
Well, you know...
For Christ's sake. You're the British Broadcasting Company. For Christ's sake. Just, is it so much to ask for you to broadcast some information?
Well, you're not in Britain, so no.
I'm not. Yeah,
it's the British Broadcasting Corporation.
Got me good there, Charlie.
Well, we are a what's it called? A
podcast.
No, we're connected to the UK. What's it called? The Commonwealth. Commonwealth. Yeah.
Not to be confused with the Commonwealth in The Walking Dead,
or the Commonwealth Games,
which is connected to the Commonwealth,
which is also connected to Daryl Dixon.
Because France is in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, and so's Canada is as well.
Yeah, right. The Canadians.
Oh, Canada.
You want to ride me windy?
I don't know what the fuck I was saying there. You just scrambled my brain.
I've got too much energy for this. I have 3 coffees today. I never have 3 coffees. I always have 2. 1 at 5 or 6. Or 1 at bloody
69.
2. Or 11. Or 1. No, 1. Fuck this up. I have too much energy to talk a normal conversation. Please talk,
Is this what it's like with me normally on the show?
Yeah, it is. Please talk and let me shut the fuck up for a second.
I think it's something on the lines of what I was going to say. Oh, that was it. You know, Disney Plus do these dumbass like Marvel ones.
Yeah.
They always do it like...
we're filming on the volume.
Yeah, they're like...
Oh, look at the volume.
Look at this glorious green screen. Little do you know...
What a green screen is.
We will underpay someone who has been working over hours, who hasn't seen their wife in several days, to animate Thanos' eyebrow. That kind of thing.
Doing a winky face.
Dude, they literally did one of those for like... There's one coming out for Secret Invasion. I'm like...
Who is getting inspired by Secret
wants
Invasion?
to watch this? I would love to see the ratings for that.
One.
Who the fuck is gonna watch that?
One, and it's you.
No, bro, you couldn't pay me. It was awful. 250 million?
Yeah.
Well, at least Doctor Who looks good.
It
Not
does.
according to you.
No, it does.
You
I've,
really, by the way, because I had to edit the clip,
Yeah.
I think you were like really mean about it.
Sorry.
And like,
Sometimes I feel nasty just to be fun. You know?
I think,
it's all
yeah,
about
I think
podcast
it does
dynamic.
look really good. And the ones, and it's, by the way, the trailer got 1.6 million views now. That's not.
I've had
our-
a TikTok that's
our
had almost
show.
200,000 views. That's,
Yeah, we're independent. We don't need the
we don't need the British Broadcasting Company to.
British broadcasting cowards, if you ask me.
Anyways, I'd love those cows. Hit us up with a bloody
Yeah.
date. I don't know why we don't have a date. I'm not going to sit on that for too long, but
Yeah.
just like why are we sat not having a date? Why do they have to not say and streaming on Disney Plus worldwide for this
Didn't I
Unleashed stuff?
tell you it was off the show? I was like, do you think they're toying with an idea for a day? And you were like, you're so stupid, Connor.
I said you were a
That
fuckwit.
never
No, I believe I said that on air. I was like, you little, your
Nah,
brain.
it was off air.
So, no, it's on the.
Because you smacked me afterwards. And
It's
you're
in
like,
the episode.
in the corner. And I
No,
was like,
no, I cut that from the episode
why?
where I smacked you.
Oh. Dude.
Didn't want to get done for domestic violence like
I-
bloody Sylvia slapping David Tennant.
Yeah.
What a fucking ridiculous thing to get mad about.
Dude, it's this fandom. It really like. Sometimes I feel like going like doing like a bit of a George Costanza.
It's
and
ridiculous.
Like yelling at them.
On it, like it's like because like what's the difference between someone slapping someone and then someone punching someone, right? Like the punch because it's action, it's allowed, right? But punching in real life, don't do that shit. Use your fucking brain and know it's not right. David Tennant being slapped by Sylvia is not Russell T Davies being like, I love domestic violence. It's funny. No. Take a joke.
Two quick things to ask you.
Ask me, baby.
First of all, one of Donna's very few lines in the trailer. Sorry, two of Donna's very few. What?
Is it
What one that you
sometimes
yeah, I was like, sorry, one.
Sometimes I think I'm missing something.
Yeah, sorry, one. Let me rephrase. So one that you haven't heard 1,000 times.
Okay.
So Donna uses profanity. Awful profanity.
I'm gonna kick that ass.
Yeah, she's gonna say
That Ice Warrior ass.
that Ice Warrior muffin top. So she does mention kicking ass and also says bloody Martian. My question to you is, Russell T Davies is back in the helm. Do we get our first shit in Doctor Who? I don't mean feces. I mean surely. Because
That'd
like,
be funny.
if you see a massive Neil Patrick Harris staring up at you, toy maker,
Donna go.
you'd be like, holy shit.
I wouldn't mind if they do like the whole holy sh and then they like cut to a different scene. I always find that's funnier than the actual use of the line.
Haven't they done that before in Doctor Who? I swear they have.
Probably.
Yeah.
I like to be a little edgy sometimes.
Yeah, but I think we're getting a little bit edgier. Anyway,
could
who
do.
cares? Kids
Yeah, I
TV
think
show.
Chibs kind of went quite kiddie with it. So
You don't say.
you don't say.
Yeah.
What was your second question?
My second thing is, wasn't the toy maker like?
Makes
I've heard-
toys.
No, wasn't he like really racist?
I think he says one very naughty.
He says the M word, doesn't he?
that could be the word
and
that he says.
he uses like blackface and stuff.
I don't think he uses blackface. You're getting that confused with Towns of Wing Chang. Unless I'm wrong, I could definitely be
I
wrong.
think
about that.
I read both those things.
I've not seen the Toy Maker, so
I don't know. Like I just think it's like.
it's an interesting choice of
choice to
villain
bring
to bring
back.
back in 2023.
To be fair, you know who they had in a Doctor Who episode once?
John Barrowman.
Adolf Hitler, dude. And he was a fascist fuck.
And he was a joke in the episode as well.
Who are you?
Someone put Hitler in the cupboard.
Put Hitler in the cupboard. What a shit episode. What a shit name. Let's call Hitler.
I want to say very quickly,
It's a different time.
before we move
So
on to
hot.
the redacted reviews, I just want to very quickly say the watch-alongs, they start this week.
No.
Yes.
What, the one we filmed in like March? Mm-hmm. Wait,
So
wow.
I believe, if I've done the dates right, this is Monday that this is out, and you're listening because you all listen the second it drops because you're loyal fans. on Thursday, we will have our Rose watch along dropping. So every single Thursday from now until the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, we are going to be dropping a brand new bloody effing watch along. One episode per season for the first 8 seasons. We're not doing 9 onwards, one because then that's a lot of episodes, but 2 because we've watched all that stuff for the podcast pretty recently. So
yeah, so we're doing one tonight. And
We're pre-recording one tonight.
yeah, I think people got what I meant.
No, they don't. They might think that there's one coming out tonight. They might be like refreshing at like 10 p.m. Like, where is it?
Okay, I don't think anyone does that.
I do.
Second of all, that's sweet though.
Yeah.
Second of all,
just in case you've got a surprise episode.
in the first episode, Aiden blocked out something that he said. Just read his lips.
Great. I can't even remember what I said. Was it like edgy? Was I being racist
I can't remember
again?
what you said. God no. But you were like, I don't know why I said that, and you had to like edit around it. It's hard when you're doing the watch songs, almost like you're on like a live show, because like obviously you can't edit it out, because then you'll be behind on.
We've been good since then.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay, maybe not.
I dissed an extra in Runaway Bride.
That's ridiculous.
And I felt so bad for that.
You're so horrible.
And you're like, he's in like 20 other episodes, and I was like, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Thanks for making me feel bad.
Ask me about Doctor Who Redacted.
All right, let's get this over with. How'd it go? Sorry, Justice.
Doctor Who Redacted, right?
Judas!
Doctor Who Redacted. It's a BBC Sounds audio drama.
What the bloody hell's happening now?
It's the second season of the show, which the second and controversial season, I guess. It's not overly controversial. It's just that the show's original icon and producer,
Judas BBC.
Justice BBC.
No, Judas.
Emma Watts, that's the name, right?
Ella Watts, yeah.
Ella Watts, that's it.
Yeah.
Ella Watts was quite controversially and just unfairly taken away from the project for
sucks.
season 2. And okay, so I really like season 1, and going in season 2, all 6 episodes, only 6 episodes.
Ah.
They all dropped on the same day on BBC Sounds, but I think it's coming out weekly if you're looking on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and things. Season 2, it's got a lot of good stuff. It definitely has a lot of elements of charm, but overall the charm factor is way down on what it was in season 1. And for me, that mainly comes down to, Cleo, and then I can't remember the other 2 characters' names that are the Blue Box Files girls. They're mainly split up for 95% of this series, and they are given. Cleo is off with another side character who they actually need to have a lot of chemistry, and I don't really think they do. And so things like that just weigh the season down. And there's only one. Not that they need this to be a good season, but there's only one sort of familiar face. You know how in Redacted season 1, it was like every second episode that you had like Kate rocking up.
Can you tell me who it is?
Yeah, it's very early. Yeah, so Rani.
Oh, it's sick.
That's
awesome.
Rani Chandra.
That's
Chandler.
awesome.
Yeah, she's
I thought
in
you were
there.
going to say Yasmin Khan.
No, Rani's there, and she's great.
That's sick. I love that.
But she's also a character that she was in season 1, and she just had her own Big Finish box set recently. So it was great to hear her. 100%, she's amazing. But it's like, where's like your little surprises coming from and stuff. It just felt like a very easy season 2, and I also think that for a show that felt very progressive in season 1, season 2 succumbed to a lot of characters that weren't as confident as I would have liked to have seen them for representing transgender characters, that kind of thing. But then also there is definitely an element of Saved by the Man at the end of this, which when that happened I was like, I just can't believe, like, Juno Dawson's back to write, so that's good. But yeah, there's a few things where it just gets a little bit like, let's just give some confidence to these characters. Let's not have everyone, or like mainly Cleo. Like Cleo moves around for so much of the.
Sounds like me though.
Yeah, but she's not a character that I think you want to see mope, or at least like you can see her mope, but we need. Obviously, that's a big part of her character arc. I don't want to spoil it, but I think at the end of the day, her mopiness ends up making her having her make some stupid decisions. And I just would have liked her character to have had a bit more integrity, given the, the importance of such a character in the Doctor Who universe.
Sounds like me in the moment.
Lack of integrity, mopey.
Nah, the stupid decisions thing.
Right.
Time of Victoria's
This
space, baby.
is like stupid. They go for the whole like Love Is Blind angle for a lot of it, and it's just so like you see like rom-coms and you're like, why are you going back to them? That kind of thing. That's this, but on like a whole new level. So that's my redacted review.
I'm going to be honest, like I just don't think I'll check it out.
6 out of 10.
Okay. That seems quite high.
Well, it's good. It's just not like...
It's just a letdown from the last one.
It's a letdown. It's nowhere near as fun and exciting and like a page turner, you know? It's...
Right.
And I was just ultimately just really put off from the start by a weak decision by the BBC, or by BBC Radio, in terms of removing Ella.
Judas.
That's right. And
I think that's why I'm not watching.
And the whole story then feels really weak for it, because you're sat there going, okay, so they've replaced, Ella with James Goss, who's written everything in the Doctor Who universe and is just your average white man showrunner.
Yeah, no, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I don't agree with it. So I think you got to stand up for your homies, and support each other. Like if that happened to you, I'd be like, why BBC? Why? I'm putting on my boxing gloves at BBC recently.
Get them out, mate.
I mean, I do love them, but
they make some good TV, don't they?
That's the thing. They make some really good TV. I mean, they make my favorite TV show, The Simpsons. No, that would be Fox, ladies and gentlemen. Good old Fox network.
Foxy boy.
FX, baby. Is FX Fox?
No.
I think it is.
No.
I think it's Fox Extreme, but with an X.
Oh, it might be. I thought you were saying like were Fox and FX the same channel.
No, it's not the same channel, but I think it is.
Yeah, I don't know who owns what. Maybe it is.
FX, baby.
Shall we get onto the Sea Devils?
Yeah, that's just me making the Doctor Who score.
Not Legend of the Sea Devils. Thank you, everybody.
I need to rewatch that after watching this, I think. They rock up a few times afterwards, don't they?
I don't think the prosthetics got that much better.
Nah.
Kidding, they do look great. It's more so the fact that they couldn't do a fucking open closey mouth in 2022.
Or seem to walk very well. Like they walk like they've shit themselves.
Maybe they have.
Yeah.
They don't know how to use a toilet. They're fish. Fish just poop when they walk. So
you're swimming in like feces and piss when you go in the ocean.
Yeah, that's why we drink it, isn't it? Oh, you don't drink. Oh, it's just me that you're not supposed to drink the.
No, you're not. You're going loopy, bro.
I think that, quite frankly, explains this episode. I'm nuts.
Salty. You didn't answer my question though. Like, are they in other episodes? Like,
when did you ask that?
Like a minute ago.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. Next.
Good. Didn't want to. Next. Are they in other episodes?
Yeah, I think they're in one more. I think it's called Warriors of the Deep.
Isn't that a Colin Baker story?
No.
Such an idiot.
Good chat.
Dude, I'm such an idiot.
So dumb. Small brain. Your brain's so small.
Idiot.
It's fucking.
Who is it there? Who?
I think it's Mr. Pertwee again.
No.
I think it's Mr. Pertwee.
Really? I felt like I know the Sea Devils. How? The Gallifrey Files. I'm like, oh, okay, great. We just don't see that. Okay. Back in the day, like, who are these sea devil creatures?
They should do. They should have seal sounds. They shouldn't talk human. They should go. Car. What is this fucking podcast, man?
Light. Car.
And then the sea devils call from the ocean like, Bro, did you ever watch 8 Below?
That rings a bell.
There was it's a movie about like snow doggies. Like,
yes, that's it. Yeah.
Like those sort of doggies. And I loved it as a kid. There was a stage where that was like my favorite movie, and I was watching it like 24/7, 5 days a week. And 24/7, 5 days a week.
7 days a week?
24/5.
You took weekends off.
There is a moment where a fucking sea doggy comes out of a whale, and it like comes at the camera, and it's like, whoa! And my brother in Christ, I literally would shit every single time. I'm like the Sea Devils. I'm just walking around shitting myself.
You mean like a killer whale?
No, there's like a whale that's like dead, and there's like a sea doggy, a seal that like pounces from within the whale at the camera. It's like, wow, and that shit scared me, man.
Isn't it a Disney film?
Could be.
I did watch 8 Below. I remember my auntie rented it for me in the UK.
Bottom line is,
it can't be trusted.
8 Below. You should all watch it.
Didn't they do another one as well? Oh no, that was
9 Below.
That was Space Buddies and Snow Buddies.
They've done a lot of those buddy films.
Space Buddies, and they went to space.
Air Buddies.
Air Buddies. What? They're flying planes.
They're in air.
Sam Buddies.
Fuck
Buddies. That's the R-rated film.
Okay,
I'm talking doggy style.
Put the dogs away, mate.
Bring the dogs out.
Got that dog in ya. Got that dog in ya.
Got
the dog in ya.
The doggies.
All right, the Sea Devils. It is the third serial of the 9th season of. So this is such a dumb episode of the podcast.
Every episode. Is a dumb episode.
This one, me being a seal, you being a crow.
And a dog.
That's a particular low point. All right, Sea Devils is the third serial of the 9th season of the long-running British science fiction television series Doctor Who, first broadcast in 6 weekly parts on BBC One from the 26th of February to the 1st of April in 1972. Written by Malcolm Hawke and directed by Michael E. Bryant, not to be confused with Richard E. Grant. It's so dumb. It is the first appearance of the Sea Devils and features extensive location filming.
It did.
With we've got the Navy in there. The real Navy people are in there.
Wow.
Which is quite cool. There is an experimental electronic score by Malcolm Clark. It's so subtle you wouldn't even notice it.
The score?
The score. I didn't even pick up on it once. Bro, my ears like bled.
Yeah.
It's like literally like someone like twitches a finger and it goes.
You know, it's funny. There's literally a scene in the episode, I think it's episode 3, when like a car goes past and it has a siren on it. And for like 10 seconds, I was like, I thought it was the score.
So did I. Literally same as me.
I thought it was the score.
I had the same thing.
It's like, I'm like, it's just the score. And I was like, yo, it's a car. Couldn't tell.
Cooked. It is so
I
cooked.
do love classic Doctor Who score though. It's so wacky.
This one is more wacky, dude. Remember there's like a moment where Jo closes the door and she reveals that she's there to help John Pertwee, and she literally like waves her hand and it goes like wow wow. Like there's literally like a sound that accompanies her hand wave.
Also, did you notice in that scene she does like the thing that Donna does?
I was about to bring that up in the episode.
RTD, man, he is so great.
Stole it.
Dude, well, I think it's referencing it.
I don't know. I was reading about him in the writer's tale. I was reading him conceiving that scene. You know, the old impregnation of the story. And yeah, never once mentioned. So I think it's like a little coincidence.
Who's the guy? Is he a man called Matthew Cook or something?
Benjamin Cook.
He's like
Benno.
He's like, is this from the Sea Devils? It's like, I've never seen the Sea Devils in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. Never seen it. How could you not watch the classic serial, The Sea Devils?
Who's Joe Grant?
So go on, tell me. What did you think?
Well, yeah. So Sea Devils, they're attacking the land. That's it. They want to wake up.
They're rightful owners. Can you show some respect?
Yeah. Sorry. Amen.
They are.
Yeah.
And the Silurians.
Yeah, well, we're all rightful owners, aren't we, in the end?
Was it? Well, no comment.
That does sound controversial considering the country that we live in.
Yes, exactly.
That was not my intentions.
Yeah.
And
moving on.
I, in fact, love I'm moving on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move on.
Yeah, do you think it was trying to take a comment on that or not?
What, like...
A comment on, like, natives?
I don't know that was particularly the angle that they were going for. If they were, I kind of appreciate it for it being a little bit ahead of its time in that way. But yeah, I suppose there's elements of like, you know, who owns the land, that kind of thing.
The government,
the Navy. But yeah, what did you think of the Sea Devils? The story.
The actual creatures.
The story.
You know what? I really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
I really like it.
Cool.
Have you seen it before?
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it a few months ago for the first time on season 9 Blu-ray.
It's kind of classic.
Yep. Like,
I've always heard the story. I mean, wanting to watch it for ages. I remember back when we were trying to get Josh on the show for the first time. That was Josh Snares, Flex. Before Legend of Sea Devils came out, the original plan was to get them on to review this episode.
This is Josh Peck you're talking about.
Josh Peck, yes.
Yep,
the famous star from Drake and Josh. Oppenheimer, yes. Exactly. I forgot about that. What a great casting choice. Yeah, that was the original plan, to get Josh Peck on the podcast. Yes, not Josh Snares, Josh Peck.
Funnily enough, Peck was busy.
Yeah, Peck was too busy watching Legend of the Sea Devils. before it came out. Friends with Chris Chibnall.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Peck was like, I'll only come on for Legend of the Sea Devils. And we're like, we don't have that one yet, Peck.
He
He's
can
like,
wait.
Too bad.
He's like, I just contacted Chris Chibnall and they're sending it my way. He got a screener.
That'd be a weird friendship, Peck and Chibnall. What's going on there?
Isn't it weird that
What do they talk about?
Isn't it weird that Chris Chibnall and Josh Peck live in the same world? Do you ever think about that?
I don't.
Now you are.
I don't think about the fact that like Donald Trump and like Peter Capaldi live in the same world. Like, what's...
Donald Trump and Peter Capaldi. I would love to just see like conversations with the most random people. Chris
That'd be
Chibnall
funny.
and Josh Peck.
Yeah.
Peter Capaldi and Donald Trump.
That'd be a cool like TV show idea. Like just like 20-minute like
Yeah, that'd be great.
And you just put these two people in a room.
YouTube, baby. That's what.
Maybe
we're
like
for.
some stimulus, like some palm cards for stimulation of stimulus for stimulus of topic. Yeah, that's a good idea. I might pocket that one. Take it to our fucking SBS.
Well,
Oh yeah, I can record this in 540p
how can you
for your
fucking
streaming
pocket
service.
it? I just told you about it. This is my idea.
Well, this is getting cut from the podcast, guys,
I
and
knew
there'll
it.
be no evidence.
Stephen Moffat and Vladimir Putin.
Those SBS guys, they're begging me to make TV shows, mate. They're like, Aiden, please.
They got interesting fonts
Please.
on their adverts.
This is a
It's
joke,
always just
by the way.
white and a blank title.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I've been to a few networking things with SBS, so I'm gonna steer clear of criticizing SBS. But I do agree there's some interesting.
I'm not saying it's a criticism.
There's some interesting things going on over at SBS.
No, I like SBS because they do the food channel.
Yeah.
Which I love. I watch the food channel every night.
They also had Years and Years
Yeah, and Atlanta.
and Atlanta
Before
and
it went on Disney Plus.
and Another Round. I believe that is still on SBS.
South Park.
See, these SBS guys, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
I like SBS. So they do the comedy channel as well, don't they?
Maybe.
And they play 8 out of 10 Cats.
I think maybe. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
So I watch the food channel every night. Like it calms me down.
Do you get hungry?
Nah, I've already eaten, so I sit on the couch like
Satisfied.
like a seal.
Arr.
Do you know what I've been doing at work that's like really calming? We've had all this wire put into the new house, and like
Yeah.
there's the electricians left like a bunch of wire that they don't need,
Mm-hmm.
and it has copper in it, and like copper you can like sell and melt down, you get money for it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been finding it so satisfying going up to like the wire, like cutting it open, taking out the free wires inside, and then like shredding off the protection, and then pulling out the copper and putting it in a bucket. And I it's just so calming. I find like all my problems go away. I know it sounds really boring. Today, I become like a desperate drug addict. Today, I was going through other people's scrap on lands, pulling out wires.
Speaking of scrap on lands, Sea Devils.
Yes.
The
Thanks for hearing me out.
Well, I heard you out. I just didn't reply.
Jesus.
But no, Connor, that sounds like a lovely
Thank you.
experience.
It really is really calming.
Sea Devils.
I might take some home this weekend.
Eat it. Do you ever eat it?
That's the thing. Like, it has the texture of like licorice.
Oh, so you're tempted to eat it.
It kind of looks tasty, but you shouldn't eat it.
I think that quite often when I have a dump.
Oh, what the fuck, bro? Oh.
The Sea Devils.
Two girls, one cup style.
The Sea Devils.
You ever seen that video?
I'm moving on. We're going to talk about the Sea Devils, Connor.
Okay.
Everyone's clicking away desperately.
I've never seen it.
The Sea Devils. Got much to say about the Sea Devils?
Yeah, I got heaps to say.
Go on, say it.
I didn't know the master was in it, which I think's your
Surprise.
That was a master trickery of your own.
Right, yeah, sure. I planned that.
You didn't plan that.
Did not plan that.
You didn't say if you liked it yet.
Oh, well, I've spoken a lot this episode, so I thought I'd hand the floor to you first. But I liked it.
Just like or loved?
I love bits of it. I think it suffers a bit of six-part fatigue, but in contrast to a lot of other six-parters, it doesn't lose momentum. Like at the end, it sort of dips a bit in the middle. But then, like parts 5 and 6 are so fun. Like they're on the fucking jet skis.
Dude, that is insane.
Nuts, so fun.
Dude, it's like a big
John
part 6 is
Pertwee
like a
just
big
soggy?
war. Yeah, that is. Yeah, it's brilliant.
I like fuck Soggy Biscuit. I need Soggy Pertwee.
Yeah, another viral gross video.
Yeah, sorry. This is a bad episode now.
No, that's okay. I think part 1 and 2 I really enjoyed. 3 and 4, I think I agree, definitely took a bit of a It's like classic Who. No, wow.
It is classic Who.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's
I was trying.
insane,
It's like
bro.
classic Aiden, bro. Nah, it's just classic Who.
That's why they call it classic Who.
It's yeah, exactly.
They
Like,
go,
classic
classic Who.
It's too damn long, but 5 and 6 are really good, and like literally 6 is like all out war, and I love it.
It is, yeah.
It's like
pretty cool.
Sea Devils going like.
Remember when one gets shot and it does a front flip?
Yeah, it's like wow.
Yeah, one front flips off a building,
Yeah.
and then one front flips over a railroad.
I'm just gonna do parkour as I fall.
Yeah,
It's
the extra
iconic.
really was like, this is my moment.
It's my moment to shine. They can't see what my face looks like, but they can see my body movement.
I'll just go wow,
wow, wow.
wow.
Dude, it's iconic, the shot of them coming out of the water. Iconic. And I love how it's set on like, yeah, it's like a lot of open location and stuff. And
It's really cool. It's really cool. Okay, yeah. So this is your first time seeing Roger Delgado, right? The first master.
this is the first time for me.
What do you think of Roger Delgado?
No, it's not, bro. I've seen Survival.
That's not Roger Delgado, mate.
I'm
That's
joking.
Anthony Ainley.
I'm
You weren't
kid-
joking. You're
I'm like-
backtracking.
I know who they.
You're like, I
Shut
know.
up. Come on.
I know.
I know.
He
the
literally, I
Masters.
picked him up from his house today, and he went, "You didn't tell me Anthony Ainley was in this."
I did not say that.
You did.
I did not say that.
You said, "I love Anthony Ainley
I did
in
not
the
say
Sea
that.
Devils."
No, I know it's not. I know it's not because the Master's in the Three Doctors, isn't he?
No,
Well, he's in Tom Baker's era. It's
No.
the same.
no. Roger Delgado died before Tom Baker's era. Actually, unfortunately.
Dead now, of course.
I knew you were going to say it. You fuck. That's been mine and Connor's like ongoing joke just about everything the last few months. Is
It's
we
such
always,
a niche joke as well.
I know. We just
I
say
feel
something.
Like, no, are you surprised even I know where that's from?
Dead now, of course.
I had a tortoise and that was old and wrinkly.
Dead now, of course.
And I tried to run away. Dead now, of course.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
just had this. I love that pause where I was like, internally, I was like, please don't say it, Connor. Please don't say it. And I could see it in your eyes. You're like, don't say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
I won't say
Dead
what
now,
it
of
was,
course.
but like there was a rough one the other day through text.
Dead now, of course.
You were like, bro. Even you were like, bro.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
It's like, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I said dead now, of course.
Okay.
Wait, when does Roger Ainley?
Roger Delgado. See, he thinks it's Anthony Ainley.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't know what else to tell you.
Who's also dead now, of course, by the way.
Yeah, he
Thanks for
is.
asking.
I knew that.
Okay. Well, Roger Delgado, I believe
Elgato.
Roger Delgado was supposed to come back for Pertwee's last season. And that's when they were going to do the reveal that the Master was the Doctor's brother or something like that.
Ha!
But, yeah, I think he had a car accident and that's how he died.
I was going to say.
Which is very sad.
Wow, yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Suppose they weren't really into airbags and seatbelts back in the day.
I actually don't know. I don't know the timeline of airbags and seatbelts.
It's not a good one.
No?
No.
What do you reckon? Like 2001? Space Odyssey?
Nah, earlier than that, probably.
Yeah. What, 1998?
The year I was born makes sense.
The year I was born too. Yeah, they said, we got to protect these
Makes
boys.
sense. Makes sense. Yeah. The kings are arriving. We shall make cars safe.
Okay.
They kill more people than they save. You know.
Sure. We need to talk about Sea Devils for a little bit, okay? Let's do this.
I'm answering your questions, bro.
With a really long, very separate answer.
I'm answering your questions. What else do you want to ask me?
Well, you can ask me some questions as well.
Fucking you. I literally did not just say talk.
I like the
Talk.
Master in this episode.
Cool.
Thanks for asking.
Shut up.
I thought, yeah, he's very good. I like how he's in prison at the start, and it's sort of like a little prison. He's got the prison guys working for him.
Yeah, so is that from a previous episode that they tried to in there?
Yeah, he probably got arrested one episode. I can't remember. He's in like literally every single story of the season
You don't
before.
seem to know a lot, do you?
I don't. Sure, I'll study up on my classic Who before I come in next time.
It is cool though. It is cool.
Jacko, he has a heart attack at the end, or does he? Because then he fakes his death, and then they take off his
It was like
mask.
Mission Impossible shit, man.
That's what he does. The Master did
just
it
like-
first.
I love how
I'm on a boat now.
do you know when the episode ended? I was like, I freaked out. I was like, oh god, is there a part 7 or something? And I don't know about it.
No, he just fuck off, bro. He's just gone.
So he never came back. Like he.
No, he's in. I think he's in one serial in the following season.
Okay.
And then the season after that, he died before shooting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. awful, obviously. Stop
Are we back?
laughing.
No, because
I can't look at you.
No, because the
You're
thing
horrible.
is, we have to keep going. Like, oh, it's terrible, it's tragic, it's so sad because we made that joke earlier. So now, like every time it comes up,
Yeah,
we've got to be
oof.
like, oof, terrible, of course.
It genuinely is.
It was
awful.
100%.
It
bro.
is horrible.
Like
Like
that.
It actually is.
Yeah.
Stop
Stop
laughing.
laughing. Stop it.
I didn't. All right.
I'm not looking at you.
All right.
I'm not looking
really
at you.
did like the episode. I should probably talk about it. Someone commented last week.
I believe Jeremy.
Jeremy Clarkson.
He was like, please just say something about the Ice Warriors other than their cake ass.
And he's a fellow Perth boy, so if he wants to come and hurt us, he could.
So is he a Kiwi boy in Perth? Because
I think so, because I think it was either him
like how
or
I'm-
someone else. Yeah, you're like...
I'm like, that doesn't add up.
No, we're near a place called Midland, and I think we mentioned Midland one time, and he was like, yeah, Midland's a bit of a shit
I think that stacks up. Anyways, talk to me about Sea
Yeah.
Devils.
Love the Sea Devils. I think they're great villains. I love the idea of the Silurians being like, excuse me, dry, and wet. No,
What?
Silurians being dry, and then the ice. Sea Devils being wet. I can't talk today. So it's kind of just like on both layers of the earth.
What are humans?
A mix between both.
Moist.
Sure, moist critical. That kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, I like how the Silurians get a mention and stuff. I was half expecting the Brigadier to show up in like a tank.
This is
Didn't
like
happen.
a rare time the Brig's not in a Pertwee story, so...
Sucks.
Sorry, mate. I fucked
hated
you
that,
over.
and I was like, Aiden, I hate you for making me watch this, even though it was my choice.
Yeah, it was. I would have happily watched a different Pertwee story, so...
Well, you've already seen it, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. Unit obviously gets mentioned like 1,000 times. I like how the TARS gets mentioned for being like still broken. Because his TARS doesn't work for 2 seasons.
It's more the Time Lords have taken the time...
Ball.
The time nuts from it.
time ball,
the
yeah.
time nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that gets
the
fixed.
thing that makes-
gets fixed in 3 Doctors, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Time Lords be like, here you go, brother. And he's like, thanks, Dart.
Cheers, Dart.
Thanks, Dart.
I like how the Master says like he read about the Sea Devils on the in like the Gallifrey files.
Gallifrey Wiki.
Gallifrey Wiki.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise known as the Matrix. I like how you agree with that, and I was like, it's probably not the Matrix.
No, I don't know.
There's just like a filing cabinet, like Sea Devils.
Sea Devils.
The Sea Devils. I love the design. I love their little shooty bang bang discs. They're kind of cute.
Yeah.
Like
the Sea Devils.
By the way, I love how when the
I wouldn't mind a pet one.
Huh?
I wouldn't mind a pet Sea Devil.
Yeah, like a Beat the Meat plushie and a Sea Devil plushie. I would snuggle up with them at night. And go,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm
Instead
so
of
lonely."
Doctor Who Unleashed, it'll be Doctor Who on a leash, and it'll be a Sea Devil on a leash. Was that a bad joke?
What? Someone Photoshop that.
I was like, I'm gonna walk.
Someone who's good at Photoshopping, please.
I'm
do
gonna
that.
walk my Sea Devil, or maybe I'm being kinky. I'll let you guys figure that one out. What were we gonna say?
Far out. I need to start thinking before you talk.
This
because
ever is moving 100 miles an
remember
hour.
what I was going to say before you talk.
Sorry, mate. High energy, high octane shit. Right now. What is this? The Sea Devils, episode 5 and 6.
Yeah, very good, very good.
I liked, they went on the boat and then they sent the little submarine tank thing under the water. Not tank, it's like just a thing.
A submarine.
It was like Ocean Gate, right?
Oh, yeah.
They sent it down into the...
10 now, of course. What? You set me
You
up
said
for
it.
it so well.
You said it. You said it.
They are dead, bro. They ain't alive. Let's be real.
The Sea Devils all die.
Yeah, it's sad.
Well, can I...
Cute. That was what I was going to say.
That gets so, underplayed, right?
Yeah, it's just like a Jodie kind of thing.
Where he just, blows them up, no questions asked. Also, where did they go? They put them in the prison at the end, and then...
Yeah, and then they're
all gone?
Yeah.
I rewind it, 3 times to be like, did I miss a line?
I thought the same. Yeah.
Cooked.
What I was going to say is in episode 2, when the Doctor first runs into a Sea Devil, it's, hilarious. Like, a Sea Devil, walks in and then goes, double looks at the Doctor and goes, "Ugh." I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. It's so cute. They're so sweet. They look so... They're just great. They're a beautiful design.
Very cute.
They're funny. They go, "Oh, wow."
Oh, fish. Yum, 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 yum. What do Sea Devils eat? We talked about ice walrus last week. What do Sea Devils eat? Because Sea Devils are, kind of fish, aren't they? So are they going to eat fish?
Plankton, probably.
You reckon?
I mentioned last week my fish like algae.
Like algae. Like algae.
So, probably algae.
Yeah, I feel like... Yeah. Do we like algae? Maybe small fish.
Twat. Remember that?
That's a niche one.
Better watch your car. A lot of sharks out there. Twat. The Sea Devils, baby.
We love Legend of the Sea Devils, mate. So you like this one better than you like Legend of the Sea Devils?
Bro, have you lost your
All right.
absolute nut?
Sorry. Okay.
Are you insane?
Just asking.
Yeah, 110%.
100%.
At least this had some heart to it. All right, controversial take. Sorry,
Excuse me.
folks.
Can we talk about Pertwee and Joe Grant? Because I think they're bloody great. I think Joe's funny. I think Doc's funny. I think it's so charming and lovely together. We always love them. What do you think, Connor O'Connor, my dear old boy?
All right. I think eventually we should do like a podcast episode where the main topic is like ranking the Doctors.
Sure.
I will say this: John Pertwee is definitely one of my favorite Doctors by far.
Wow. Could he go in top 3?
I wouldn't say top 3, but definitely top 5.
I love him. Yeah,
I
probably
like him so much more than Hartnell and Troughton.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to
And
have
Baker.
It'll be interesting to have you watch a Tommy Tom story
Davison.
next week.
And Colin. And McCoy.
A
Sorry.
lot of good doctors out there.
He is definitely up there. Like, definitely up there. And I love him, man. I love Miss Grant as well.
Yeah, Grant's a goat companion. She's so fun and so
Grant
bloody
the
goat. Yeah, Joe Goat. She's great, man. She's a very modern companion, I feel. Very nice. And yeah, I think regardless of like ranking companions, let's just say like ranking Doctor Companion chemistry, Joe and Pertwee has to be like top 3. Like, there's a big chance that they could make that for me, because I think you've got like, I think 10 and Rose have to be number.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, 10 and Donna have to be number 1.
10
I
and
think.
Donna is really good.
And then 10 and Rose maybe, but no, not 10 and Rose. 9 and Nah, I don't think 10 and Rose goes above Pertwee and Joe.
Interesting. I think I'd have to watch more Classic Who to give a comment on that. I don't want to annoy all the crybabies on Twitter. But yeah, I think they're great together. And it was awesome to see her in the centenary this year. And yeah, I generally think like John Pertwee's Doctor is just fantastic. And I think I have a soft spot for him because it's like my dad's Doctor.
Yeah.
But I just love how he has like karate and
Oh my God.
sword fighting.
How can we not talk
fencing.
about that?
Dude, the karate. Hi-ya!
Hiya!
Is he like trained in karate? Is that like a whole thing of his Doctor? Like he's just like
He does a bit of karate every now and then, just whips it out.
Fantastic. He has disguises in the Green Death.
He's
Like,
great.
He's wearing like old women's clothes. Like it's like this is fantastic.
I love it.
Like,
Hot, sexy. That's what I'm here for.
he's like sarcastic but funny, but witty, charming. He's almost kind of like he's a bit like James Bondy, you know. And I love his costume. Very inspired by Kapow. No, Kapow is very inspired. Sorry, all the way around.
Yep.
I just love his Doctor.
I agree. I think he's great. I really like this Pertwee era. It feels really homely. With not so much this one because there's no unit in it, but
Is it just because it's all set on Earth?
well, it's all like it's a lot of recurring characters because it's like Dr. Joe, but then you have like Brigg, Yates, Benson, like they're all in almost every episode. So you just have like more of a modern drama dynamic going to it. But that's not in this episode. So yeah, all the Navy stuff on the boat, super exciting, super fun.
Yeah, they definitely were pushing it for like what's this like 70s?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I think all the boat stuff, like filming in water would just be difficult. And
Nuts, yeah.
there's shots of like I couldn't tell if it was stock footage or not, but that's okay.
Of the explosions.
Just with like helicopters flying and shit. But
Yeah, I don't know.
all of that stuff's really cool, and like all the stuff on the beach with the like it would have taken effort. And yeah, I put it this way: there was a few times where I was a bit bored, but like not like last week, Crumbs, or like anything other than the first part of the Unearthly Child serial.
Yeah, at least we finally had a more exciting one this week.
I thought it was actually really good.
Yeah.
And I think just something about John Pertwee's era is just something really like fun about it. And I'm super keen to see them all together in the
Five Doctors.
Five Doctors.
Yeah, which I get to watch the 40th anniversary edition when I watch it. Don't know what that means, but it's
The 40th anniversary version?
Yeah,
Or
it's
like a remaster of the remaster of the remaster.
well, they do like different edits. This one will
Really?
have new like VFX in it and stuff. So yeah,
Wow.
curious. Don't know what the
A new
difference is.
score
Yeah.
by Sagana Kanoa.
Alright, let's talk about some non-Doctor Who things, mate. But this week we're quite connected to Doctor Who in doing so. Let's talk about the other 50%. Connor, you know me, you know I love me some Sex Education. Season 4 is dropped, and I'm kicking on through it. A couple episodes to go. You've got one episode to go.
Uh-huh.
Let's rip the Band-Aid off, mate. You hate it, don't you?
Hate's a strong word. I wouldn't say I hate it.
Okay.
No. Do I think it's a bit pointless? Yes. Do I think it's a bit uninspired? Yes. Are half the cast missing? Yes. But is it fine? Yeah, it's fine. I think it's a missed opportunity. I think it's like, my problem with the show is I feel like everyone on it just got way too big and they had to end it, and it just like, you know, even like Mordell's not in it. It's like this new cringy
I think that's fun though.
School.
I enjoyed the new setting.
But it's like a boomer. What a boomer would think, like, you know, oh, they got iPads everywhere, and
I don't think so.
They're talking about not eating animals. How cringe!
I don't think so.
How dare they have rights?
I like all this
sex
stuff.
should be between a man and a woman. I hate everyone. That's my impression of people these days.
My big downfall, which I'll say, I am enjoying it. You know me.
Me too.
It's a me show down to a T. Like it just, I know it's kind of cringe to say that, but it just really is. Definitely this season feels probably like a little bit stagnant at times. But I think the reason for that is because the characters are so separated now. Like, you have, you know, your Otis, your Ruby, and Eric at times that are all sort of connected, and then you got O in the middle and all that kind of thing. But then like
Bell from Flux.
Yeah, Bell from Flux, Doctor Who connection. Yeah. But everyone else like is so disconnected. Like Adam is off doing like a completely separate thing, and then Maeve for the first few episodes doing her own thing. And I'm not saying you can't do this kind of thing, but I'm just saying like there is so much of that in it where what Heartstopper gets quite right, and I prefer Sex Education over Heartstopper, but where Heartstopper has a step up over Sex Education is that there is so many just ensemble scenes of the characters just hanging out and having fun. Yeah. Which I think Sex Education misses in its later seasons, and I think that goes in season 3 as well.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's far from bad. Like I've really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not bad education.
Great show.
No, but that was a pun. You said it's far from bad, so I said so it's not bad education, knowing that bad education is a show
that I like.
Yes.
So written by Jack Whitehall
and starring Michelle Gomez.
Oh yeah, because I mentioned it in the interview.
See me, man. I listen.
I will.
Should he get good, bad, not good, bad?
Oh please, when's
amazing.
He bad? He's just absolutely fantastic. Like, of course.
He can go from like excited, funny comedy, and then all of a sudden hit you with like a real gut punch. And you're like,
he has this way of delivering lines of dialogue that wouldn't necessarily be like interesting and just make it super cool. And I think there's definitely some plot lines in the season which I think are really important. Like, as a man, like I'm sure you worry as well about getting like testicular cancer.
I didn't worry till their worries came up in this season. Yeah, I was like, what are my balls doing these days? I felt them.
No comment.
I did like. I think the reason I'm quite positive about it is because the last episode I watched was episode 6, which I'm not going to spoil, but that was a very good episode, I thought, in terms of
that made me tear up.
Very sad, but also very funny. Like they tackle both. Like, I'm not going to say what the event is that they're all at, which is an event that brings a lot of characters together, which was great.
Say that's the only time they actually do ensemble.
Exactly, yeah. So like that was happening, which was great. So that made me all teary. But then there's so many fun jokes like hidden within this like really quite emotional like 40-minute block in this episode, which I really loved.
I saw you two live in 2019, so I really appreciated hearing them in Sex Education. I think it really fit the scene really well.
It did.
And I think also another thing they get really well is just like, you know, when you get older, and particularly when you're like leaving school, like you do tend to like drift with your mates a bit.
Oh yes.
And like you finally find out if you end up getting back together again. I guess like, you know, we did, and I have it with other people as well. But I think it's a very realistic.
People change,
part of it,
and it's hard.
Yeah, and I think from what I haven't seen the final episode yet, but I think from what people are saying was like, it was too sad. Why did this happen? And I'm like, look, well, I hear a lot of people going like, I know they're going for like the life isn't a fairy tale thing, but this is a TV show. Right. How about we just
say no more?
It's like, well,
say no more.
I think
I don't want no more thoughts about 8. I want to experience 8 without other people's thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear what other people are saying about episode 8. Okay. You get what I mean?
Well, it was the whole season, but okay.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's an hour and a half, you know.
Get it in me. An hour and 25, I believe.
Why are you like this, Aiden?
Well, because I checked.
Why are you like this?
No, you know why? Because you said an hour and a half. On
fucking 5 minutes.
You said an hour and a half on last week's pod, and then I went and I checked when I was watching the next episode, and I checked and I thought, it's not an hour and a half, it's only an hour and 25.
You'll be too busy eating your yogurt and drinking your coffee to notice. Yeah, how many... You know, you go down to like eat and you look away from the TV. If you're watching like an hour and 25 minute show, I reckon in total you'd miss 5 minutes of being looking down.
Do you think I'm eating my yogurt for the entire hour and 25 minutes?
That's a good point, actually. That's a good point, actually. He's got me there, folks.
Got him good. All right, mate, I just want to quickly say, Curious Folk, very good, very confident show.
Yeah.
Especially considering it was very early on in Russell's career. But very important, very impactful show. Very funny. And fuck me, Ross G. Davies, biggest fucking nerd on the planet, mate. I'm Snapchatting all these Doctor Who references to you, and I've only Snapchat. I do like 5% of the references. They're like, oh, let's watch a porno. Oh wait, you have Genesis of the Daleks on DVD? Wow! Like, and then there's like a canine. Like, it's nuts, mate. This guy should write Doctor Who one day. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I will write Doctor Who one day.
No, not you. No one's asking for that, mate.
I have one episode left of Atlanta.
Yes, Atlanta.
Very keen to finish that. Mm-hmm. I'm on season 10 of Futurama. Mm-hmm. So the new season just finished. I'm kind of Futurama out because I've watched like 150 episodes or something like that.
I could never do that.
So I'm a bit over it, but I will get back into it. Mm-hmm. And 3 episodes, halfway through the show, Daryl Dixon.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd ever say it in my life.
Good.
I fucking love it.
It's really good.
It's
fucked up how good it is.
Really like it. Mm-hmm. And I know that's crazy, but I really like it.
Yeah. You know,
I get
like...
excited for it every week.
It's fucked because, like, you know, I have to watch all this Walking Dead stuff for the old side hustle, doing the article writing and stuff. And like Dead City, I was like, I probably wouldn't be watching it if it wasn't for, you know, what I have to do for it. But with Daryl Dixon, I'm so glad because I wouldn't be watching it without doing this article stuff. But like, because I have to do that, I'm watching it and I'm like, damn, this is really good. And I'm like, I'm so glad that I'm now watching it.
To write with something you actually feel passionate about.
Yeah, I'm not like just chatting shit about Dead City and all that. Anyways, yeah, that's good. Curious, very, very quickly, because it's a very niche show, but Atlanta... I watched Atlanta pretty much as each season came out. Mm. So for me, it was a weird one with such a big gap. Obviously, they intended to film season 3, which is in Europe, prior to COVID. Then COVID happened.
Season,
obviously, they couldn't then go to Europe and film COVID, so they waited till after COVID to film it. To film it.
We're
season 3.
Particles.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So there was like a massive gap between seasons, and then season 3 and 4 are definitely less. This probably sounds like a big criticism, but it's not. They're far less like story and pushing the story and characters forward.
It kind of reminds me of Sex Ed. Season 1 and 2 are really tight, and then...
But the thing is, like, 3 and 4 are incredible.
No, they are. No,
but it's just... Yeah. They feel like a very different show to 1 and 2. But I don't know if it's just because I had such a big gap and didn't rewatch Atlanta in that gap at all.
I think,
so I had a lot of expectations.
I think you're right. I think season 3 is, like, fucking weird, man. It's really weird. Mm-hmm. There's so many things happening on the show, though, that are just weird.
Yeah.
Black Justin Bieber.
Invisible Car.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's just some shit in it. It's like,
the whole...
Okay.
I think it's the season 4 premiere with the shopping centre that no one can get out of.
Season 4 opener?
Yeah.
There's like the air fryer episode where Darius goes to take it back and then like that woman on...
Yeah, that's happening. But meanwhile, like Donald Glover and
Oh yeah,
Vanessa,
they
Earl
can't
and
get out
Vanilla
of the car park.
they're stuck.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the whole shopping centre. They're
yeah,
bumping into like people that they've met
they've
before.
like either slept with or dated.
And that's the thing. They all have like these deep thematic values to them.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, I can't crack it. I can't quite figure out what you're going for, but I love it.
No,
you
that's
know?
when, like, literally the season 1 final is like the entire plot is Donald Glover's character trying to like find his jacket. It's so good. Somehow it's so great.
The final episode is so nuts.
It was all a dream, man.
Well,
That's what the episode is called. I'm very keen. I don't get me wrong. I think season 3 and 4 have been really good.
yeah.
I love the show. I think it's fucking whack, and I just think they just did what they wanted to do, and I love that.
I love that.
And I wake up every day extremely jealous that I'm not as talented as Donald Glover.
Man's incredible at everything. Absolutely
You saw
everything.
him, mate.
Saw him live, mate. Came out into the crowd.
Na 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 na.
He said,
na,
"Aiden,
go
this
away.
one's for you.
Na, 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 na,
This is
na,
America."
na. Did he play that?
Yeah, of course he did.
Don't get you slipping now.
What?
Pullers be tripping now.
What?
Such a great song, dude. He's so great.
So good. All right, guys. Let's before we wrap up, Connor, give us a rating for the Sea Devils out of 10, please. 8. That's very high, bro.
Baby.
That's so high. That's almost, other than Survival,
Yeah.
that's your highest rating. That's your highest rating, Connor, for Classic Who. Well, second highest.
Simp. What can I say?
I'm going to give it a 6.5. I do not think it's in the 8 territory.
Fuck?
Yeah.
You gave Ice Warriors a 6.
Yeah, which was probably a bit generous, but I like the Ice Warriors. I'm not mad.
You're insane in the membrane.
All right, guys, that is our show. We'll be back on Thursday with a watch along of Rose. And other than that, we will be back on Monday for another standard edition of the podcast reviewing The Robots of Death. Bum, 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 bum.
Pack it up, pack it
With
in.
Tommy Baker.
Where do you begin? Robots of Death?
Robots
by
of
Robot.
Death. Okay. Can you sing us own song, Connor?
I waited for you.
Bill, no.
Ain't done.
Connors
That's a pretty good
podcast.
George I started singing.
We're doing Doctor Who reviews. We're doing Doctor Who reviews.
I think I'm getting better at singing. What do you think? Sweet blessings to you,
When do we tell him?
my divine ginger prince.
I wish my girlfriend would call me that.